We heard shootings and we heard Arabic. It was very close. I lost everything. I don't have a house. I don't have where to go. I need to bring up my daughters alone. The girls asked me, "Where's daddy? Did he go?" And I said, "Dad doesn't leave without saying goodbye, so he's probably gonna come back." Army people came and they said they found his personal weapon and it was missing 6 bullets. And there were people dead, at least 6 people around him. If I ever consider going back to Kfar Aza and into my old house, I'm not gonna go back if the Hamas is still in Gaza.
Ms. Dafna, can you please tell us what happened on Saturday, October 7th?
Yes. Actually, my dog, we woke up from the shooting and sirens and red alerts, but our dog came to wake us up from the bed. We woke up, we went into the secure room. My husband, me, and my 3 daughters. My 3 daughters sleep at the secure room. They were already there. We heard shootings and we heard Arabic. It was very close. Not a lot of minutes later, my husband, he just left the secure room, and after that we heard the front door of the house shut. And then the girls asked me, "Where's daddy? Did he go?" And I said, "Dad doesn't leave without saying goodbye, so he's probably gonna come back." And while I'm saying that, I'm writing him a message. I'm saying, "Why did you go without saying goodbye?" He never answered. To any message I sent from now, he's not answering. The other message I send is to his officer in the brigade, in the community brigade. They were all joining together, and I asked him, "Shachar, I don't know where Uri is. Is he with you?" Shachar isn't answering as well. So I go into the secure room with my girls and our dog. And that's it. We stay there. I didn't realize that the shooting we hear is only a terrorist attack. I thought to myself that maybe IDF and the army is guarding us. I realized later, no, it's not what I'm hearing. But I managed to take out the girls for the bathroom a couple of times, and then I bring in some water and biscuits so they can have something to eat. During this time, I get messages from my sister. She lives in the kibbutz as well. She lives in a different area, and she's telling me her mother-in-law is shot and she's killed, and she went over to her house. That's the first thing she tells me. The other thing she tells me is her brother-in-law was shot, and she's already with her father-in-law in their house. She's taking care of him.
So mother-in-law is shot, brother-in-law is shot.
My sisters, yes.
Yes, correct.
And then...
Which kibbutz is this?
Kfar Aza. And then I think maybe half hour later, I'm not sure about the time zone, she's telling me her son was hurt. So once she's telling me this is my nephew, this is a kid I helped growing up.
What is his name?
Neta. He's 22 years old.
Neta.
He lives in the kibbutz, yes.
Okay.
With his girlfriend, Irene. And she tells me he was hurt. So I do my best to contact other people outside of the kibbutz so they can help her to know what's going on with Neta. Because I'm realizing that something very, very bad is happening. My sister does not have any electricity, so her phone energy is ending, so she can't answer me. So at this point, I'm writing to her husband and I'm telling him, "Tell me something, please write something to me so I know what's going on." And he answers, "My mother is killed, my son is killed, and my brother-in-law is killed." He's writing this to me on a message. I have 3 daughters with me in the secure room. 13-year-old, 11-year-old, 9-year-old. I'm trying to keep everything, that I don't really want to tell him everything, but once my nephew was killed, so I had to tell them. I sat there together with them and
With your daughters?
yes, with my
Okay.
daughters, and I cried about my nephew.
Okay.
And that's the point where I realized that it's a very bad thing going on, and it's a real war. And I lock the secure door. My Uri, my dear husband, he planned a very secure door to our secure room, so that way nobody can open it outside.
Okay.
It has two handles, but you can't open it. It's not able. Only I can secure it. I mean, only I can unlock it from the inside. So once I lock this door, I tell the girls, okay, I brought some biscuits, I brought some water. If you can't go anywhere to the bathroom, we're going to use this little plastic, whatever thingy I found. And whoever needs, this is what we're going to use. Our dog is with us
How many hours were you alone in the house?
since around 6:30 in the morning, till I think the army first arrived at around midnight.
Okay.
During this time, I accept all these messages. My sister is updating me. My sister is in a house with no electricity, so once she has no phone, I cannot contact her. So I'm thinking maybe she was shot as well. I'm speaking to her husband all the time, taking care of them. During this time, a lot of my husband's dear friends, they're contacting me. They're asking me, what about us? Where am I? What are we doing? They're asking for my location, direct location. So I let them know, and they're the ones who actually took us out. They're the one who actually did the work. Yes, that's it.
We came to know Uri killed 6-7 terrorists.
That's true. That's true. 2 days ago, my Uri left the house with his personal weapon because they couldn't leave the brigade. They couldn't let them have their weapons from the brigade, so he had his personal weapon. Once he heard his officer calling that there's a lot of terrorists in Kfar Aza, so he left. He rode on his bike and he went to do what is needed to protect his family, his community, everything. And so he took his personal weapon, and a couple of days ago some army people came and they said they found his personal weapon, and it was missing 6 bullets, and there were people dead. At least 6 people around him. So this is a story I told my daughters.
Okay.
And for me, well, I knew he was a hero when we got married. It's not very surprising to me, and actually most people who know him believe this and know this is true. But for me, I had to give this to my daughters so they remember him and know exactly how brave and smart and compassionate, and how he wanted to keep them safe as much as he could. So he did whatever he could to keep everybody safe.
How did your daughters cope with this?
Being with me in the shelter room.
No, the aftermath of the entire incident must be a lot of trauma.
There's lots of trauma. It's too early to say.
Are you getting any, like psychological help from government?
Yes, we're getting psychological help. It's gonna take a lot of time. I'm an educational manager, so I know what this means. It's gonna be a long process. I lost my parents. I buried my parents. I'm an orphan myself.
Okay.
I know what this means. It will take their time. For me, it's very important they remember how much their father loved them, wanted the best for them, did anything he could to keep them safe all the time, also in, everyday life. My husband was an amazing person, very intelligent, smart, compassionate, and he was my soulmate.
Do you want Israel government to enter Gaza and
Yes.
destroy Hamas once for all?
Look, from one point of view, I don't really care because I lost everything. I don't have a house. I don't have where to go. I need to bring up my daughters alone. So this is one point of view. The other point of view is if I ever consider going back to Kfar Aza and into my old house, I'm not gonna go back if the Hamas is still in Gaza. I was groups of tourists were coming to Kfar Aza, and I would give them a tour of Kfar Aza, and I would tell them how we're coping, and I would finish the tour by saying, you know, I'm sure there's a woman in Gaza just like me with her family that wants to sit for dinner and, you know, just enjoy American Idol, Arabic Idol, whatever, just have a nice dinner with the kids. At this point in time, I'm sorry, I'm aching, but I can't be compassionate to anybody living there, because for me, people or whatever they are, terrorists, call them whatever you like, who come into a house, kill a mother, my friend, 2 small children, have to hide in the cabinet. I mean, we're citizens. We're not even army. It's not even Uri who is an army, okay? It's kids, it's women, it's innocent people. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't have compassion for it. It's terrorism. I can't handle it.
Thank you very much. Thank you so much.